Welcome back, True Seeker. It is the giving season, and there's a lot of beggars out there that want to know what I think about the World Cup because, of course, we aced it last time. Argentina over France the day after Pope Francis's birthday, the man from Argentina. They hadn't won it since '86, Argentina. They win it the day after the Pope's 86th birthday. What a script. But yeah, we put this out on Patreon, who we think is going to take the World Cup in 2026 in New York. And I think they gave it away a year to the day. So my opinion could change between now and the World Cup. But here's my hunch based on what happened July 19th, 2025. The championship will be July 19th, 2026 for the World Cup in New York. Notice this, you guys. Lionel Messi, the Messiah, the star of Argentina. By the way, Nigeria didn't make the World Cup, and the years Nigeria hasn't qualified for the World Cup, Argentina's won. So that's already a clue that's out there, and we were on this way before that happened. But Lionel Messi, take a look at this. His birthday is modern Freemasonry's birthday, June 24th. And notice that today, the day that this World Cup draw ceremony begins, it's his 165th day of his age. Scottish Rite equals 165 is in the all-powerful branch of Freemasonry, the Scottish Rite, but so does Lionel Messi. They both equal 165. Today's his 165th day of his age. And look at this. The World Cup will conclude July 19th, 2026, and a year to the day, July 19th, 2025, Messi just happened to be playing in New York, where the championship's going to be. And he scored 2 goals, right? He scored 2 goals, like he's going for his second World Cup win. And notice he had 2 assists as well. 2 and 2, kind of like how there's 22 men on the field, kind of like how France fell to 2 and 2 in World Cup championships in 2022, losing to Argentina. But yeah, if you're new here, this practice of coding numbers into words, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language, and yes, English is the language spread across the world that's synced up with the calendar, and all of this came from the Catholic Church and the Jesuits. Messi the Messiah. There's an English word relating to the church, and it's the belief system and why they synced up the last one with the Pope. But again, there's 4 base ciphers of the English language. They're all based on the alphabetic order. The alphabetic order forwards. A is 1 up to Z is 26. The alphabetic order in reverse. Z is 1 back to A is 26. And both orders with numerology applied to each letter. Notice how Lionel Messi is also 51. Like how his team won 5-1 in New York with him being in on 4 of the goals. 2 goals scored, 2 assists. So yeah, it very well could happen in New York a year to the day. And I do have a hunch about who they'll play. We've been covering that since the day this happened. But yeah, you guys really should be on the Patreon. Those of you guys who sit around and ask for information, why are you guys not supporting the work? There should be so many people supporting this work. Again, we changed lives with the last World Cup. Guy won over $40,000. He'd never had that kind of money before. A lot of people won big on the last World Cup because we had it right from before the time the tournament began. So, yeah, a year to the day. And what do you know? That all-powerful secret society. And don't forget, you guys, modern Freemasonry was born in England, June 24th, 1717 to be exact. That's where the rules for modern-day international football come from as well. And again, they etch Allah's number on the temple. What is the master number in numerology? It's 11. You got a game of 11 on 11. 11's the master number. 22's the master builder number. The 2 most prominent numbers in numerology are all over the international football field as well as the American football field, where it's the same thing, 11 on 11. The American version of football. But yeah, this has been the insight since what happened July 19th, 2025 in New York. Again, you learn these numbers, you go, oh, what a ritual. And by the way, Messi's going to turn 39 years old. He's going to turn 39 in the middle of the World Cup. It begins on June 11th, so 13 days after it begins will be his 39th birthday. And whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Well, hey, that's not a bad tab either to pick up those books. You can learn a lot. They're not very expensive. But But yeah, we call New York 39 land. So I just want to remind you guys, Messi's going to be 39. And with the alphabetic order and numerology, New York is 39, right? Let's go through all this. New York, comma, NY, like how you'd write the city on an envelope. That's 39 when you run it in reverse with numerology. NY, the abbreviation for New York, that's simple. N's the 14th letter, Y is the 25th. So NY is 39 with the most simple cipher, and NYC for New York City in reverse is also 39. There's a gazillion 39 rituals with New York in history, and the next one could be Messi at age 39. Messi the Messiah. And remember, to be the Messiah, you had to fulfill the prophecy from the Old Testament, which is 39 books, at least in Protestant Bibles. And of course, a lot of people who believe in the Old Testament would say, well, Yeshua, a.k.a. Jesus, he didn't fulfill hardly any of the prophecies. That's why he's not recognized by the people who still worship on Saturday, which is truly the Sabbath day. Anyway, that's a whole other topic. But yeah, all these numbers really do relate back to the Bible. And yeah, sports are scripted, you guys, even the World Cup. And imagine how many people would just be out of their mind if they acknowledged that the World Cup was scripted. And imagine how dense people have to be to not realize it, right? The Pope, the first Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis, who was a huge football fan, no, it didn't dawn on anybody that was the first time they ever had the championship in December, one day after his 86th birthday, as they win their first championship in the World Cup since 86. R.I.P. Diego Maradona. Don't even forget how his sacrifice was synced with the big game. Try to remember the African country that went on the big run, too, that was the surprise story of the World Cup. Remember, Maradona had that charity event. Covered all that at the time, but I have to go back and revisit my notes on that one, so... They even had the hand of God similarity goal in the last World Cup, like Maradona's connected to the hand of God, reminding you who's running the whole damn show. So yeah, we'll leave it there for now, True Seeker. But yeah, you guys should come join the Patreon. Hey, if we can get the Patreon support up to where it should be, I'll be in New York with my family the day of the World Cup, educating about this on the streets in real time, given this same lesson, plus everything that happens between now and then. No doubt the coming sacrifices for the World Cup, because that's what they always do. I'll give that out in New York. But I need to see my Patreon numbers climb way, way high. There needs to be an army of people behind me. And last time we were in New York, we had about 100 people out there with us. There should be thousands of people out there with us in New York City, as important as this knowledge is. This world is a sham, and it needs to get exposed. And there needs to be people that stand behind the messengers giving out the most important truth of our lifetime. Till next time.